My painting is titled She Delighted in Them. It belongs to a series that is called The Legend of the Bird Queen, which is a fairy tale that I'm writing. So in tandem, I'm painting and writing and then adapting and altering them as I go along. The protagonist grows up through my fairy tale, grows up through my paintings. In this particular age, she's about 3 years old. She lives part in fantasy and part in reality. So I'm playing a lot with alternate realities. We do live in fantasy on a psychological level every day. All of us do, some more than others. I became interested in how it works in a positive way. As much for myself as for my daughter who is mentally ill, I created this as a love letter for her and for people that suffer from illness. So my protagonist lives in this fantasy, which is really the fantasy I wish that my older daughter could live in. Most people who are ill don't live in a happy fantasy. It's rather torturous. And having witnessed that, this just became something that I wanted to do as kind of a life project. Essentially, this girl will be born a prophecy. She's born a prophecy. She hears things and sees things that we do not, so she's rejected from society. In that, she goes through her hero's journey, and then she ends up becoming the bird queen by the end. So it's also a birth and death cycle. Each piece I want to live individually, so it has its own narrative worked into that particular composition. In this piece for this show, I wanted the viewer to be able to feel the young girl almost lifting off with the birds, and there's this impending doom, this cloud that's chasing her that she's completely oblivious to. I think it's just an inner need to do it. It's a place that I go and I get into my fantasy, much like the fantasy I'm creating, and I can make sense of the world by putting it onto a piece of canvas. My name is Cynthia Sitton, and I'm a featured artist in space. Any more questions?